give it a few minutes for people to hop on, and then we'll get started. Again, I do not have a specific playlist for this class. If you wanted to search for my name on Spotify, I do have a list of yoga playlists, not specifically for this class, but you can go ahead and listen to any of them while we do this class. All right, let's see. Okay, it's 6:31. I guess we will get started. I want to give a quick shout out to my tank top. So this is the Zaya Active twist tank, and I love this tank. I have been wearing it since before I got pregnant, and it's just so flowy. I'll be wearing this until I give birth, for sure. It's amazing, and it's so comfortable. Anyways, love this tank top. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So go ahead and meet me on your mat in child's pose. Go ahead and separate your knees as wide as the mat. Sink your hips back. I love to send my knees extra wide in my child's pose, especially in pregnancy. It gives room for my belly, but it also really gets into the hips. Really nice, gentle stretch in the morning. If you're feeling really tight this morning, really tight in your hips, go ahead and just sway back and forth. Rock your hips back and forth. Sway your body from side to side. This is the beauty of doing yoga at home. Although I will say there's nothing that will compare to doing yoga in the studio. I love doing yoga in the studio with other people. But when you're at home, there's no judgment. There's no one around. Even in the yoga studio, there's no judgment, right? But, when you're around other people, you think you have to impress or anything like that. At least I do. At home, it's just you. You do exactly what feels good in your body, which I love. I love that. Let's go ahead and just take some movements here in your child's pose. Whatever feels good for you today. Whether you rock back and forth. Maybe you just rock your head back and forth, massaging out your forehead on the mat. And on your next inhale, like a wave with your spine, we're just going to roll forward like a wave. Come into a tabletop. Keep your knees where they are, because then we're going to wave back to a child's pose. Inhale, wave forward, and then exhale, wave back. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale, wave back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. This is a nice, fun way to really gently warm up your spine without taking cat-cow. I mean, you're kind of taking the cat-cow movements with your spine. A little different though. And not only that, but you're moving your body back and forth, getting into your hips a little bit. So go ahead and just keep doing this with your inhales and your exhales. If this isn't feeling right to you today, go ahead and take your normal cat-cows. I like this as well because it warms up my wrists. I have really bad wrists. I don't know about anybody else, but yoga always helps with my wrists because I have pretty terrible wrists. Okay, go ahead and meet me in a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We're just going to sway back and forth, side to side. Shake out your head. Making sure your stomach is still in. You're not letting your stomach hang heavy here. Very good. On your next inhale, flip your toes. Walk your toes back a few inches, coming into a high plank. I won't hold the high plank very long since I'm pregnant. Go ahead and push the ground away from you so you're not sinking into your shoulders. Your stomach is in, your legs are active. Shaking is normal. You're going to start to feel the heat build internally. So good. And on your next exhale, push back to a downward facing dog. It's maybe your first down dog of the day. Go ahead and pedal out your feet. Straightening one leg, bending the other. Making sure you're breathing normal. And I've said it before, it's okay if you have to bend your knees in your downward facing dog. What is the most important here is that you get your back flat, like you're pulling your chest back towards your legs. You see how my legs are bent here? That's because my hamstrings are not warmed up yet, but I'm getting my back flat, and that is the most important part of your downward facing dog. And then I will work towards straightening my legs as class goes on. On your next inhale, look forward. We're going to tiptoe our feet to the top of the mat. Separate your feet hips distance apart at the top of your mat. And go ahead and grab opposite elbows and just hang heavy here in ragdoll. Swaying back and forth. Again, getting into your hamstrings. Even though stretching kind of hurts in the morning, you know, your body's very tight and very tense. It might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but oh, it feels oh so good. Go ahead and drop your grip to the mat. Heel toe your feet back to touch. Inhale your right arm up towards the ceiling. allowing your left knee to bend. Ooh, really feeling that along the backside of your right leg. Really getting into that hamstring stretch. It's great for the IT band. And then exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, left arm up, allowing your right knee to bend. Good. Drop your left hand down, shake it out. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. I'm going to do a couple rounds of Sun Salutation A to really get the body warmed up before we start moving in class today. Inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Moving slowly here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back to a high plank. If you're doing this and you're pregnant like me, go ahead and lower your knees down to the mat. And if not, if you want to stay on your toes, that is perfectly fine. Hugging the arms into the body slowly, you lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, look forward. Hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Should start to feel warmed up already, but we're going to do another round of Sun Salutation A. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back to a high plank. Slowly lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, look forward. Hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So good. Getting into the flow a little bit now. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands on the mat, step your right foot back. Coming into this high lunge, planting your hands on the mat, framing your front foot. Good, sinking your hips down a little bit deeper. And then go ahead and lower your back knee down, coming into a low lunge. Really feeling that stretch along your right hip flexor. And then exhale, we're going to straighten our front leg coming into half split. If you're like me, like I've said before, I've got really tight hamstrings. So, especially in the morning, I need blocks. If you want to grab blocks, go ahead and place your hands on the blocks. If not, if you don't need them, that is great. Keep your hands on the mat. Your left leg is straight, toes pointing back towards your face. Back is flat. And again, think about sticking your butt back. You don't want to arch the pelvis here, the lower spine. You want to stick your tailbone out. Really get that alignment. Feel how that stretch makes it a little different. Couple more breaths here. Oh, I love this stretch. Good. Bending back into your front knee. If you have blocks, move them out of the way. Flip your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, arms overhead. So good. Again, you should still feel this in your right hip flexor. Sink a little deeper. We're going to work the legs a little bit today. So keeping your front leg where it is, we're just going to lower our back knee down and tap. Tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Woo. Very good. Two hips are parallel with the long side of your mat. You have a heel to arch alignment with your feet. Look down at your front knee, making sure it's not spilling in. Your front knee is pointing out directly over your front toes. Very good. On your next inhale, arms come overhead, straighten your front leg. And then exhale, sink down into your warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink. One more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink. So good. Inhale, come into 5-pointed star. Turn your toes facing the long side of your mat. And then exhale, sink into goddess. Bringing your heels in, your knees are pointing out towards your toes. And yes, you guessed it, we're going to work our legs a little bit. Let's go ahead and pulse up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, legs should feel on fire. Inhale, arms overhead. Very good. We're going to take a ninja squat back of the mat. So bringing your right foot at a 45-degree angle, and then start to bend into that right leg, coming towards the back of your mat, keeping your left leg straight. I don't have a ton of mobility in my back ankle, so my heel lifts off the ground, and that's okay if that's where you're at. You can keep your hands on the mat and just work on this stretch. You can work on your balance by bringing your hands to heart center. So good. Bringing your hands back to the mat, coming back to center, wide-legged forward fold. Bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthening your spine, tilting your pelvis so that your tailbone is slightly tilted up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, sink deeper. Now you can sink into your stretch. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, coming back to this high lunge. And then step your left foot back to meet your right into a high plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So good. We're going to do that on the other side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step your left foot back this time. So good. Go ahead and lower your back knee down. Really sinking your hips forward, feeling that in your left hip flexor. Trying not to arch the back, really lifting your chest here. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. Again, I need blocks here, and that is okay if you do too. Right leg is straight, toes facing back towards your face. And again, if you are in this pose, your leg is straight. Go ahead and think about kicking your butt back. Even just doing a slight pelvic tilt, ooh, you start to get into that stretch a lot more. And then you have the proper alignment, which is win-win. Go ahead and bend back into that front knee. If you have blocks, go ahead and move them to the side. Flip your back toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, arms overhead. We're going to do those knee taps on this side. So go ahead and keeping your front leg where it is, just lower your back knee down and tap it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, open up, warrior 2. I'm going to turn around. It's going to look like I'm facing the back side of the mat, but I just want to be able to do it on the other side and face you as well. So on your next inhale, arms overhead, straighten your front leg. Exhale, sink deeper into warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms overhead. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink deep. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink deep. Inhale, coming to 5-pointed star. And then exhale, sink into goddess. Your heels come in, knees pointing out towards your toes. Hands come to heart center. And we're going to pulse it on this side too. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. So good. Lift your right heel. Lower your right heel. Lift your left heel. Lower your left heel. Lift both heels. Legs should be on fire. Lower both heels. Inhale. Whew. That feels good. Coming into the ninja squat, back of the mat. Go ahead and bring your left foot at a 45-degree angle, and then start to bend into that left knee, keeping your right leg straight. Right toes facing the ceiling. Again, you can keep your hands on the mat, or you can bring your hands to heart center if you want to work on your balance. Breathing is normal. Good. Bring your hands back to the mat. If you haven't already, walk your hands to the middle, coming to wide-legged forward fold. Plant your hands on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Good. And then exhale, go ahead and sink deeper. Very good. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Bring your right foot back to meet your left. High plank. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to work on a couple standing postures. These are my favorite. I love, love, love these. So first we're going to start with eagle pose, eagle arms and eagle legs. On your next inhale, sink your hips deep into the chair, arms overhead. Go ahead and lift your right leg up. I'm going to face you. Lift your right leg up, and we're going to wrap our right leg over and around our left leg. Again, sinking into the chair, finding your balance. That might be the hardest part. Once you find your balance, you feel good and stable, go ahead and wrap your right arm underneath your left. Yes, you are just all kinds of twisted up here. Should feel so good though. Whew, opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders, opening up the hips. This pose is great for your reproductive organs. So good. And then go ahead and release your arms, release your legs. Whew, shake it out. And we're going to do it on the other side. Exhale, sink deeper into that chair, arms overhead. Bringing your weight now to your right leg. Inhale your left leg up. And then we're going to wrap our left leg around our right. Whew. Again, still sinking into that chair. Finding your balance. And when you do, go ahead and wrap the left arm down and around your right arm. Yes, eagle arms, eagle legs. Should feel so good. This is great for your hips as well, because what you're doing right now is we're cutting off circulation. It's great for your entire leg. We're cutting off circulation right now, and then when we release, it's just rich oxygenated blood that shoots all the way down to these parts that we're cutting off. Go ahead and release the arms and release the legs. Whew. Shake it out. So good, you guys. All right. Coming into what is called in regular yoga dancer, which is another favorite of mine. In Bikram, it's called standing bow. So what we're going to do, go ahead and shift your body weight to the left leg. Lift your back, or lift your right heel. Bring your right hand to, so we're going to keep our hand like this, palm facing out. Drop it down as it is, and grab the inside of your right ankle. Left arm comes up. Finding your balance. It does help to look in a mirror. Once you find your balance, go ahead and kick back with your right leg, reaching forward with your left leg. Right shoulder disappears behind you. Making sure your left leg is straight and active. Breathing is normal. Kicking and stretching are equal, simultaneous. Whew. And when you're ready, go ahead and come out. Releasing the leg, releasing the arm. I don't know about you, but I am sweaty. All right, we're going to do it on the other side. Bring your body weight to your right leg. Lift your left ankle. We're going to, again, arm comes up, palm facing the ceiling. We're going to drop our hand down and grab the inside of your left ankle joint. Yes, inside left ankle joint. Perfect. Right arm comes up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, go ahead and kick your left leg back. Right arm comes forward. Reaching forward, left shoulder disappears behind you. Your right leg is active. and stretching equal simultaneous. If you're stretching forward and kicking in the same exact effort, you could balance forever, as Bikram says. Breathing is normal. And then inhale, coming back up wherever you are. Go ahead and release. Whew. Good work, you guys. All right. We're going to slow it down now. Go ahead and slowly lower down to your seat. We're just going to stretch it out for a few minutes. Go ahead and bring your right leg out, left leg in, separate leg stretching. Inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale, fold, reaching for your toes. Again, if you're here and you notice that you're arching your back, sometimes I do it, a lot of times I do it, especially in the morning. Go ahead and grab your strap, wrap it around your feet. Just allows for you to get a proper alignment with your spine when you're in a stretch like this. Good, inhale, coming back up to center, switch out your legs, bringing your left leg out long, right leg in. Inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale, fold, reaching for your toes. Again, I need a strap on this side as well, just getting my back, my spine, my pelvis, everything in the correct alignment. Once you have proper form and proper alignment, then you really actually get deeper into the stretch than if you were just to like sink in, try and get your forehead to your knee, but you have terrible alignment. Another perk to doing yoga at home. No one's judging you. Good, inhale, coming back to center. Bring both feet together, knees come out. We're coming into a butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. Go ahead and just push your knees away with your elbows. Good, coming up, keeping your legs where they are. Slowly lower down to your back. So what this is called is Supta Baddha Konasana. It's basically just butterfly laying down. You'll feel this gentle stretch of your hips because gravity is pushing down on your knees. I love this pose. It's very restorative. If you're watching me, I am setting up a prop so that I can lay on my back. So since I am in my second trimester, I cannot lay on my back. So if you are also pregnant, this is a very, very good restorative tool. I have a bolster and I have 2 blocks. So I'm going to keep my legs in butterfly position just like you and lay back. So again, this is a very good restorative pose. Using gravity to push your knees down, getting a gentle stretch in your hips. If this feels good for you, if you want to lay here for your Shavasana, we're going to go ahead and take Shavasana right now. You can stay in your Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can bring your legs out long and just lay completely flat on the mat. The choice is yours. I will guide you out. found yourself in your Shavasana, go ahead and roll over to the right side. Push the ground away from you, coming to an easy seated position. If you want to continue Shavasana, go ahead, be my guest. Shavasana for 5 minutes or more is amazing, and if that is what you want to do for your body, go ahead and please take your Shavasana. If not, if you want to join me, go ahead and sit in an easy seated position, eyes closed, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to inhale through our nose, hold it at the top, take one more sip of air, and then exhale through your mouth, let it go. Again, inhale through your nose, hold it at the top, take one more sip of air, and then exhale through your mouth, let it go. So good, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, or whenever it is that you are watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Namaste, guys. Hello, hello. What do you guys think? Ooh. So, like the other videos, I will be posting this video on the Yoga by Kelly K Facebook page. Please, please, please let me know if you are watching this at a different time. If you're watching this on replay, let me know what you think. The only way I will keep doing these yoga videos is if I know that you guys are actually watching them. You know, I don't want to be doing the yoga videos for no one. So go ahead and comment if you're watching it on replay. Let me know when you're watching it, if you liked it, if it was a good evening class. Sometimes it feels good to sweat and work it out before bed, and then you just feel so relaxed and ready for bed. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. I hope you guys have a great day. Namaste.